Hi everyone, welcome to the Nice Guy Show. I'm the Nice Guy, author Phil Torcivia, and this week I have random guests. It seems. Well, Dr. Michelle's always here with me. She's a naturopath from Encinitas, and this week I also have Robert Coffey from Wazoo Media with us today. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. So you guys didn't watch the Grammys this week?
No,
I missed it too.
What the hell were
You made it sound like we were watching together. We were busy.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, got my eye. All right. Well, I'm still going to talk about it a little bit later on. But the first thing I want to talk about health issues. So I've been fortunate. I haven't really had any problems in this area, but a lot of people suffer from back pain. And Robert said he actually has a few.
Yep, lower back pain a lot, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what is the main cause? Is it just, physical exertion or?
Well, it's a couple things. Actually, we need to introduce you to my chiropractic friend, Mike Wassalawson. He specializes actually in low back pain. He's in Encinitas. He works at Azaya. It's kind of like a sports complex, but they do a lot of medical assessments there as well. But back pain can either be due to a true muscular issue, so either stretching a muscle too much, or a hypertonic, so a super tight muscle. Could be due to some sort of nerve interaction, or it could be due to the bones in your spine being out of alignment. And then kind of a fourth thing, I guess I should say, outside of that is any sort of GI discomfort. People that have any sort of like stomach or intestinal problems, digestive issues, pain, can definitely cause a lot of low back problems.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, well, okay, so you have your intestines that run kind of like this.
Sure.
Well, your small ones that run around your belly button.
Right.
And then your large intestine runs like that.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Really?
Me neither.
I thought it was beneath.
I know, I thought it was all just shoved in there.
Oh, yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah, so
Everyone goes around.
small intestine. Then there's this little valve over here. It's
All
called
right.
your ileocecal valve. And that connects your small intestine to your large intestine. And then again, the large intestine runs up, across, and down, and then out the poop chute. But this little valve over here,
Is that the medical term for it?
it is.
Go ahead.
This little valve over here, like nuts, seeds, popcorn, chips, caffeine, chocolate, all those kind of substances, alcohol, really irritate this valve. When that valve gets irritated, it actually weakens your quadricep muscle. So that's the muscle that runs basically from here to here.
Got it.
So what that can end up doing is now you have this muscular imbalance that can end up creating a lot of pressure in the low back, because now your low back is trying to keep you more erect, and you can end up having low back pain.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we truly do work as like a whole unit. So yeah.
Yeah, I would always think it was from just overexertion, lifting something or swinging, golf, baseball, whichever it would be. What do you think caused your back pain?
I think it's my stomach. I do. I got alcohol. Yeah, it's my stomach.
Boy or girl?
Well, we're
I'm working on one
first
time.
trimester.
I mean, my first. Yeah.
No, I think it's a little bit of exertion, a little bit of something like that. I even went to the point to where I bought one of those massage chairs where you lay down. I tell you, 5-10 minutes after that, I'm good to go. It feels good.
Does it vibrate or is it?
It's just kind of like what you pay. Well, you go to the mall and you pay like 75 cents, and then it takes you back and do the thing. I have that at the house. Which is really fun, and it feels good. But I think some of the stuff that you mentioned,
It makes sense. Wow. Yeah, because I've seen on TV they have a magnetic mat now that you can lay down that sends magnetic pulses supposedly up and down, and that's supposed to be good. I think Dr. Oz had it on.
So the reason behind that is, if you can imagine, we have all these like electrical chains running through our body. It almost looks like the longitude and latitude of our globe. So, and then the Chinese people, they call it, oh wow, I just totally spaced. Meridians. Excuse me. Yeah, so those, like laying down on an electrical or magnetic pad like that, is going to help stimulate your circulation. So if you can stimulate how your blood circulates from your head to your toe, that can also decrease internal inflammation, as well as keeping the blood flowing so that you're picking up any of the nasty stuff that's kind of like plopped in a certain area of your body, creating pain or inflammation in that particular area.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know, right?
Yeah.
But I did see that. I mean, you can buy these things. I think they're really expensive, but you can also go rent some time at some of the local, offices. Probably like chiropractors might have them too.
I'm sure they do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. The one thing I want to ask you about, because I've taken this occasionally, I'll go to the health food store and they sell the little shots of wheatgrass. Is that good for you? It just seems like it would be good for you. I don't know.
Yeah, it can be. So so there's actually two things out there. There's wheatgrass and there's chlorophyll.
Okay.
So wheatgrass is actually, a lot of people think of it as a major detoxifier. But what it's really doing is it kind of has bitters in it, so it's stimulating your digestive tract. So when you go ahead and take a shot of wheatgrass, it's not that it's actually detoxifying your system directly. It kind of detoxifies it indirectly. Because as the bitters start to stimulate your GI tract, things begin to start to move, and then you're able to eliminate the waste, whatever you don't want. Now, chlorophyll is like the ultimate detoxifier, because if you can imagine a cell, we'll say it's like this, the inside's your intracellular space, and then the outside is your extracellular space. Yeah. And chlorophyll actually gets inside the cell as well as working on the outside. So that helps extract toxins more on a cellular level.
Wow, where do you get chlorophyll? Is that a dropper kind of thing? Just put a few drops in something? Or?
Yeah, I mean, so like for me, I get mine from Canada.
Okay.
But yeah, it just comes in a little tincture bottle like this, and it's just green liquid. I usually have some in my purse, actually.
Yeah, I know, you had it last week.
I did.
It did not look appetizing. Not that wheatgrass is. Wheatgrass tastes like lawn, but okay.
Well, this kind of tastes like green tea, actually.
Oh,
it's not too bad.
Yeah, that I can do.
But yeah, it just comes in a little tincture bottle, and you just do like 10 drops in a bottle of water a day. Helps with skin, hair, helps with body odor, helps with digestive function. Some people say it helps with their sleep and their mood, regulating their appetite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I would try it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Especially if it tastes like green tea. I went to P.F. Chang's last night. I love their green tea, so yeah, I'm a green tea fan.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing I wanted to bring up was Whitney Houston passed. Was that Saturday? That was a bummer.
Saturday. Yeah, it was a shock. It really was.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those, you don't want to say, but you kind of thought it was coming type of a thing just because of the lifestyle she had.
Yeah.
I saw something on the news today on Channel 8 where they showed her coming up a couple of days ago, pre-Grammy stuff, and she looked a little rough. She really did, and they said there were some like trickles of blood, something like that, on her leg. Yeah, she was sweating profusely and all that, and this was a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Pre-Grammy.
Yeah.
And then for that to happen, and they found her in the tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy.
Yeah, it's crazy how all the rumors start then.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, she drowned in the tub, or the only one that made sense to me, I think it was TMZ, said that they heard allegedly that it was an overdose of Xanax and alcohol.
All prescription,
mixed together.
Yeah. So thank goodness it wasn't like crack or something like that. Go back to those days.
Well, who knows? Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, I guess they'll do a full investigation. They said it's gonna take up to 6 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but I gotta tell you, the prescription drugs are just as scary as stuff that you find out on the streets.
Yep.
And I think it's because people think, oh, I'm getting a prescription, no big deal. You know, I have a good friend of mine. He had an old leg injury, and you just go back to his doctor, and the doctor would be like, just fill in, Vicodin, hydrocodone, Oxycontin, just whatever. Yeah. Didn't even ask any questions. I mean, people sell it on the street for a lot of money. People take it because they want to zone out, and they don't know how to deal with what's going on, or...
No, I've never taken Oxycontin. Have you taken it?
No,
I mean, it's just a painkiller, right?
It just scares the heck out of me.
I know, same here.
Yeah. Well, it's an opiate, so yeah, it definitely is a painkiller. I mean, it works on that receptor in your body, but it definitely has somewhat of hallucinogenic effects, and it numbs you out. It numbs the central nervous system. So a lot of times when people don't want to deal with what's going on mentally, emotionally, it's a great way to just kind of, it's a derivative of heroin.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's legal. Wow.
That's scary. Yeah. Well, from what I hear about it too, is it's something that's very addictive, and the more you take it, the less the effect it has on you. So you need to take more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
So yeah, just avoid that, right?
I say so. I know people who have went down that path, and the doctors prescribe, and then finally say, no more. I don't like the way this makes me feel. Gotten off of it and went more of a homeopathic type of a feel because they know they're now becoming a junkie to the medical system.
Right, and the doctors don't even hesitate to just prescribe it. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's like you can't always blame the doctor, not that you are, but I definitely sympathize with a lot of MDs because what ends up happening is they sign with certain pharmaceutical companies, they sign with certain insurance companies, and the way they practice is almost regulated by these higher, I guess, companies. And so it's hard, I think, to be really authentic in your practice as an MD at times. I mean, I don't take insurance directly. I mean, sometimes I'll write super bills for my patients, and then they submit it to insurance. But it enables me to truly spend as much time and really prescribe and do whatever physical exams I want to do without somebody looking over my shoulder.
Yeah. So there are definitely natural options to painkillers,
for sure.
right?
Yeah. I mean, you can get muscle sedatives naturally, nervous system sedatives. And, I mean, people, I guess you could be just as addicted to a natural form, but I just think it's a safer route. And the body's going to be able to say, I want this or this is too much. And there doesn't have the addictive side effects, which I think is key.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I find like what I'll do when I'm sore is I'll sit in the sauna extra longer. So I find if I heat myself up quite a bit, that will alleviate some of the pain.
Yeah.
So that's a natural way to do it.
For sure.
Or
water.
Steam room. Water, yeah. I don't float though. You a big swimmer?
You know, I tried it after about 10 years, literally about 2 weeks ago. I couldn't get past 2.5 laps.
Oh, wow.
It's just like, okay, I got to do this a little bit more often.
I probably should get back in the pool and learn how. Are you a big swimmer?
No, I mean, I like to surf. I used to swim a lot.
So then you must be a good swimmer.
Yeah. I mean, I can hold my own in the pool. I'm not like...
Here's what I do. I get in and I just straight down to the bottom. It's like, what is going on? And then other people make it look so easy, even little kids.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, my parents took me to the YMCA, threw me in the water kind of thing, and you learn the hard way how to swim.
Yeah.
But it's, I was never very good at it. So maybe that's something for a future lesson.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing to know how to do.
Say water again?
Water. Oh, it's in my East Coast. Shut up.
Just checking.
Well, Zach out there is also a Jersey boy. He'll say it the same way. We always say water and coffee different than everyone else. Water. And I get picked on all the time for it, especially after a few drinks. Then the Jersey accent starts coming out. It's not as bad as Jersey Shore, though. I'm not like the Situation or any of those guys. We'll be back next segment. It'd be great to see you. Thanks for coming around to the Nice Guy Show.